Welcome back to Minneapolis, Kansas, as the Lady Lions come away with the victory tonight. I'm going to switch this on. There we go. As the Lady Lions come away with the victory tonight, we're joined by Coach Weatherman. And Coach, thanks for coming up and joining us. First half of basketball was absolutely unreal. Girls did a great job of forcing the turnovers, forcing the transition. You forced 20 turnovers on the Gorillas, which related into a ton of transition points. The girls did a great job of coming out. They moved the ball very well, but it felt like in the second half when they came out, now granted Solomon made some adjustments and improved, but it looked like our girls kind of struggled in the second half. And I should say the third quarter. Yeah,
like you said, the first half, I don't know if we could have, scripted it any better. The girls came out, defensively, we executed exactly what we wanted to. We applied that full court pressure. Our full court presses, we're in year 2 of it, and knowing when to, when we want to jump the ball and get in the passing lanes and those things. We're just a little bit ahead of where we were last year at this point, and they did a great job with that. And when we got breakaways, we had people looking down the court and got some easy layups, easy transition points, and that always makes everything a lot easier on the offensive end as well. But the second half, we got that big lead, and we just kind of let off the gas, and that's something that it's hard mentally to put yourself in that situation and keep pushing on the gas when you have that big a lead. But we talked in the locker room just a little bit ago about trying to use every possession and no matter what the score is on the clock and trying to get better from it. And I think the girls, when we watch film, they'll understand what we're talking about. And they did, they were excited about tonight. And you come out and then you try to get out of some of the stuff that you were trying to do, and I'm sure that was hard for them to adjust to. So
a couple of things that I'll highlight that I'll go back to on a positive in the second half was a couple of key plays that I saw. One of them being an absolute great athleticism by Jadra Lott, catching a pass in the air and passing it back to Shea Allison for a nice finish. Amazing.
That was, even Coach Darrow heard him say on the bench that that's a Sports Center kind of highlight there. But Jadra is just an amazing athlete, and for her to have that kind of body control and sense of mind to be able to know where Shea was at, and we've really worked on that, and that we have people filling and things we're trying to do with our secondary break is if people where they're at, it's easier to make those passes because we're not looking for them. We just know that they're going to be there. But that was a tremendous play.
Yeah, Nicole Forte, I felt like did a nice job. All the girls did a great job. I felt like, but Nicole's got has nice control of the ball as well. Jadra has great control. Just the 9 girls that played tonight, they just really did a nice job. I was very impressed with it. Lindsay had led the way, but it could have gone either way. Kennedy kind of had a rough second half of fouls, but Kennedy started out very strong, and it could have gone either way. You've got some great potential in some scores on this team, and it's exciting to see what the year's going to bring.
Yeah, Kennedy's looked really good in practice for these first 3 weeks, and it's her senior year, and I know she was really geared up for tonight, and I think she was pressing maybe a little bit too much, but we got the nerves out, and hopefully we're ready to go when we get down to Salina on Thursday against Halstead.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thank you for coming up and joining us. Mike and Dale will be with you on Thursday. I'm going to be staying here to watch some junior high basketball. So
there you go.
So, Coach, congrats on your first win of the year, and looking forward to many more throughout the year.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. We will go ahead and take another break and hear word from our sponsors as well as some music, and then we'll be back with second half action. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20, your voice of the Minneapolis Lady Lions. We'll be back after this word.
Welcome, Minneapolis high school fans, back to the gym here on December 9th, 2014, as we have the boys getting ready to host the Solomon Gorillas in this first round of the Tri-County preseason tournament, Tri-County Classic here in Minneapolis. The girls put away the Solomon girls 52-20 in the first game. I don't anticipate the boys' game being such a spread. The Gorillas hosted Sacred Heart last Friday night and lost by 9 to Sacred Heart, which always has a very good team. And in talking with one of our administrators, I was told that last summer they beat us to summer ball early on in the summer ball season. Of course, John Kelly may not have been with him. He said John did miss some of the early games going out to some of his obligations trying to get into Annapolis and things like that. But we will have a much better Solomon team from the boys, I think, anticipating than on the girls' side.
Oh, absolutely.
And they've got some good height. From what I understand, one of their post players is pretty good. I'm not sure if it's number 15 or number 11, but I guess there's another one there, 24. Pretty good length to him too. We won't have a cakewalk underneath the boards by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, and they've got, they do look like they've got a little bit of size there. And you said that they had played well in summer ball.
They beat us in summer ball early on. The administrator I talked to said that John Kelly had missed some of the early games. They couldn't remember if John was in on that game or not, but they did beat us in the summer ball season early in the summer. So I anticipate a good game from the Solomon Gorillas here tonight. They will split the last 2 games with them in this tournament. 2 years ago, they beat us down at Solomon. Last year, we went down to Solomon and beat them there. They had a very good class, senior class that year that had been building for quite a while. 2 years ago.
They don't suit very many up. Looking at they only suit up 8, if I'm looking at that right.
Well, yeah, that's all they got on the bench.
2, 4.
Yep, just 8.
And I will get you I'm getting my book right now. So you're going to try to do play-by-play and the book for both.
Makes it a little bit of a chore, doesn't it?
For Solomon Gorillas, number 10, Blake Hammond. For Minneapolis, number 2, Josh Macy. Hammond, pretty good sized boy out there at a senior 6'4". Pretty good size.
Probably the brother of the girls post player that did well for Solomon.
Number 11 for Solomon, Zach Nielsen. Nielsen, a junior, and for Minneapolis, number 11, and that is David Johns. David Johns, 6'2" senior. For Solomon, number 13, Cade Foles. Kane Foles is a 6'3" junior, and for Minneapolis, number 4, a junior, Gavin Rothenberger. He's listed at 5'10", but the boy can jump out of the
plays
gym.
6'4".
Yeah, he plays 6'4". For Solomon, number 15, a sophomore, 6'2", Nathan Webb. And for Minneapolis, number 24, another one that can jump like you wouldn't believe, and that is number 24, Gage Mortimer. For Solomon, number 24, 6'4" junior, Andrew Meager. And for Minneapolis, a senior, number 33, John Kelly, comes in at 6'3".
John was not able to finish the season for us last year, going out with some kind of a leg injury in the last game versus Hayes TMP.
So Solomon in their traveling red, Minneapolis in their, it looks like new white unis.
Looks like it.
Those are new white unis. So
I think so.
So
new set of coaches
first
this year.
New set of coaches as well. I'll run through that for you. Head coach Alex Hutchins, assisted by Dwayne Weedle and Brad Kaiser. Coach Hutchins is first year out of college, first year head coaching. He comes from Scott City, a great tradition out there, a great knowledge of basketball, I'm sure.
Did you hear our sub-state?
Yes, I did. Not pretty. Norton, Scott City, Beloit. That's
the number 3 and 4 teams in Class 3A are there. Yeah. Beloit and Scott City.
And Rothenberger jumping, and it will go. They wins the jump, but it goes in the hands of the Gorillas. In the hands of number 13, fouls on the outside. Fouls, and immediately goes to the top of the key to Hammond. Hammond, Minneapolis in a man, starting out. Fouls goes to the left-hand side, and he's going to be hand checked right there, and they're going to call a quick one on Josh Macy. So Macy called with the quick hand check, and that will leave it with Solomon, the inbounds on the left-hand side. Solomon inbounds, and they get it into the top to Hammond. Hammond back to the top of the key, goes to fouls. Fouls goes to the left-hand side, and they get it back to Hammond. Down low, and it's blocked and then picked back up. And shot is up and good by Meager. Meager gets the first bucket as Minneapolis had good position, but just couldn't control it. Solomon takes the early lead. On the outside goes to David Johns, still looking for some movement. They get it back to Gage Mortimer on the right-hand side. Mortimer back to Macy. Macy at the top, back to Kelly. Kelly goes to the top of the key, back in the outside to Rothenberger. Gavin up the outside and good on the left hand. Gets the bucket, driving to the hole, tied up at 2. Gavin with a nice streaker right there, gets to the bucket. Fouls with the ball, guarded by Macy, goes all the way down, picks it back up, gets it back to Hammond. Hammond guarded by Rothenberger, shot in the paint, up and good by number 11, and that's Nielsen.
Oh, he stepped over the line. Turnover.
We turn the ball over.
Down 4-2, 6:40 to go in the first.
They have some strong post play down low, though. You can tell that already. And tipped out of bounds, it'll stay with Solomon. Solomon inbounds. They try to get position, they get it out the top of the key, back to the outside, get it down low. And they win position with the rebound to get it back out to fouls. Fouls with the ball at the top of the key. Minneapolis settles back into a little bit of a zone now. 2-3 zone for Minneapolis. Back to the outside goes to Webb. Webb with the ball at the top of the key. Webb will drive, pulls it back up, gets it back to Fouls. Fouls from the free throw line, shot up and good as he gets the quick bucket. Solomon quickly comes out to a 6-2 lead. Ball goes back on the outside, goes down low to Macy. Macy shot up and it's good. Nice job by Josh Macy. Great feed, great finish by Josh.
A fall away jumper from the side.
Gets the bucket. Fouls with the ball, 6-4. Lions trail by 2. Fouls, drives to the left-hand side, picks up his dribble. Minneapolis goes back into a man. Pull it back out. Look down low, has nothing, goes back to Hammond. Hammond gets it across, and it's going to be stolen. Oh, wow, no call down there. It's still on the ground. It's going to be tied up. It'll go to Minneapolis. So good hustle by Minneapolis down low. They force the turnover. Minneapolis basketball. Macy will bring it down to set it up. Ball goes to Kelly. Kelly on the outside to John. Shot is up and, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Nielsen. Nielsen will pull back the other direction. Nielsen comes down the right-hand side. He dishes it off. Shot in the lane, no good. And over the back, but picked up by David Johns, and then a foul by number 13, Fouls. David Johns with a good rebound right there. It will stay. It'll go to Minneapolis. We come back the other direction. David Johns on the outside, back Top of the key back to Macy. Macy has it blocked and picked up back the other direction. Solomon will bring it down to set it up.
Their length underneath the basket is quite intimidating.
It is. That comes back on the outside, goes in the hands of Meager. Meager drives in the lane, no good. It's going to be picked up by Macy. Macy has him trimmed down low. Shot is up and good by Josh Macy as he takes it coast to coast. Nice job by the Lions to tie it up at 6. Minneapolis, they do have us more size-wise, but we do play bigger than we look. And balls on the outside fouls. We'll get it back in the hands of Meager. Meager down low, and that's going to be a foul by Minneapolis.
Mortimer, I think.
On Mortimer.
Yep. First personal, second team foul. Lane Nichols going to come in for Johns. Lane, a junior. He's grown a little bit too.
Three-point shot by Solomon off the mark and rebounded by Rothenberger. Gets it up to Macy. Macy, and he's going to be fouled. Nice job by Josh Macy. Great job by Rothenberger to get the cutter doing that in the other direction. Josh will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul is on number 10, Hallman. Eric Yoxel getting ready to check in. Macy at the line to shoot 2. Shot is up and can't get it to fall. Rothenberger will come out as Yoxel comes in. Second shot is up and it's good as he makes 1 of 2.
We take the lead.
7-6, and we pick up a full court press. And they pull it back, and we get it in the hands of Webb. Webb back across, gets it down, across down to Meager. Meager drives in, has a block. Ooh, they're going to call a foul, and he will go to the line to shoot 2. I believe that's going to be on Kelly. John Kelly, his first, third team foul. At the line will be Meager to shoot 2. Shot is up and good. Coach Hutchins was one of the assistant football coaches, Dale.
Yes. Had some conversations with him.
Second shot is coming and it is up and he makes them both. Solomon retakes the lead, 8-7. Macy will bring it down, set it up for the Lions. On the outside of Nichols. Nichols back to top, gets it to Mortimer. Gage on the right-hand side, gets it to Kelly. Kelly just inside the free throw line, up and good. Nice
Beautiful
shot by Kelly. Great shot right there, Dale. And that's a nice shot just inside the free throw line from the right corner.
9-8, the Minneapolis lead.
The ball on the top, gets it back on the outside to Nielsen. Nielsen to back over. Ooh.
Walking foul is called on.
That'll be 2
Macy.
on Josh. I thought he might have had position on that one. He will pick up his second personal.
Johns is back in the game.
Goes back on the outside. Got to look down low there.
Beautiful play.
Yeah, it is. Nice shot up and good by Hilbert. Hilbert. As they go back ahead 10-9. Yoxel back on the outside, goes to David Johns. Johns on the outside, gets it back over to Nichols, back to Johns. Back to Mortimer, back over to Kelly. Kelly looks down low, goes across to Nichols. Nichols in the lane and shot up. Oh, no good. Rebounded by Johns. Hits his own rebound and has it stolen away. It comes back the other direction. Another nice inside move by Webb, and Solomon Grill is really good off the glass and in the paint. They've not had really anything from the outside, but they've been able to.
They don't need to. It's
Yeah.
the force they are inside. 3 to 4 kids in there at the 6'3" range.
And Mortimer can't hit from point blank, and it comes back the other direction. 12-9, Solomon. Minute 43 left to go here in the first quarter. Goes back on the outside, gets it to Webb. Webb, three-point shot up and no good, but he gets his own rebound, and they're going to get Nichols with the foul. Wow. To get his own rebound on that, Dale, that's showing some athleticism there as well. Nichols with his first personal. Titus Veneri getting ready to check in for his first action for Minneapolis.
Mortimer will sit down.
Ball goes to the top of the key. Gets in the hands of Meager. Meager takes a shot.
Charge.
There we go. Nice job by Yoxels. He takes the charge. And that will be the third team foul, first on Meager. Ball goes on the outside to Veneri. Titus gets it over to Yoxel. Yoxel gets it back to Veneri. Back to Yoxel. Yoxel looking at the top. Gets a swing pass over to Nichols. Nichols into Rothenberger. Up, no good. Rebounded by Hamann. Comes back the other direction. So they've been able to get one shot and done on us. And nearly turn it over. That'll stay with Solomon. 12-9. 53 seconds left to go here in the first. Ball goes back on the outside to Hilbert. Hilbert drives back on the outside to Fowles. Fowles. Swing pass, keeps himself, back on the outside, three-point shot up, and it's good by number 23, Hilbert.
6-point lead, 15-9, 30 seconds to go in the first. Solomon with
Lane Nichols on the outside. And another turnover right there by the Lions. Comes back the other direction with 23 seconds. Ball in the hands of Fowles. Minneapolis settles back in. They're going to let them work the last shot. Goes back on the outside to Hamann. Hamann back on the corner. Back. They move it around a little bit. Shot no good and rebounded by Rothenberger. Nice job by Gavin to fight down low to prevent them from making a shot. But at the end of one, Solomon has the 6-point lead, 15-9. So we will take a quick break and hear word from our sponsors. You're listening to LionandPost.com as well as Eaton Communication Channel 20, your voice in Minneapolis Lions.
Stop into Jeans IGA and experience shopping with the promise of neighborly service from people you know and trust. Jeans IGA, your hometown grocery store supporting your hometown Lions. For over 100 years, Robertson Monument has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way, Robertson Monument.
Tonight's game brought to you by City Pharmacy in Minneapolis, now delivering to our neighboring communities. Call us to find out when we can come to you. City Pharmacy for your family. Go Lions!
Not a good shooting percentage. I don't know what it was, but not in the first quarter we did not do well.
Now the only thing I can possibly think of that may end up helping us in the end is depending on how deep we can go. They only played 6 players. Mm-hmm. Depending on how deep they can go, that may be to our advantage if we can get them either in foul trouble or not enough energy. So get them tired. So Minneapolis has so far just gone 7 deep, but actually 8 deep. So
right now we lead in fouls 5-3.
Minneapolis tightens it up on the man defense a little bit. There's a walk, no call. Nice job.
We might have got away with a foul.
Good job right there as we get force the turnover. Ball goes back on the outside to Johns, backward to Macy. Macy back to David. David on the outside. Looks down low to Kelly. Has nothing. Pulls it back out to Tourney. To Mortimer. Backward to Rothenberger. Top of the key to Macy. Macy to Mortimer. Shot up and good. Nice movement by the Minneapolis Lions. Gage Mortimer gets the nice little shot right there. 15 to 11.
Macy was open for the three and dished it off to an even more open Mortimer.
And a steal right there. David Johns comes away with it. Great job on the defense. Macy, three-point shot up and no good. Rebounded by Kelly. Kelly can't get it. Rebounded by Mortimer. And he's going to be fouled. Nice job by Gage Mortimer, and he'll go to the line. Great job by the Lions. Down low, we finally get an offensive rebound. And Mortimer will go to the line to shoot two. Foul is on number 10, Hammond, his second personal.
We showed a lot of fight in the dogs in those two series down and back.
Mortimer can't hit the free throw.
15 to 11 the score in favor of Solomon.
Macy comes out, Nichols comes in. Second shot is up and it's no good. Misses them both. They'll come back the other direction. On the outside gets to fouls, and there's going to be a foul on Lane Nichols. I love Lane. Lane comes away with a smile on his face. Lane picks up his second personal foul. Gets back in the hands of Fouls. Fouls is guarded by Nichols. Nichols. Yeah.
Another foul on Nichols. I agree with that one more than the first one.
Yeah, I would too. And Lane's going to pick up his third foul.
Mikey Baker's going to come in for him.
Brandon Wolf.
Or Brandon Wolf, excuse me.
Brandon Wolf comes in. Also coming in is Joxel. We've got some kids on this team that can shoot the ball. And Fouls hits the free throw. So far, Solomon is perfect from the line, and we are 1 for 4. Solomon is 3 for 3. Second shot is up, and that's no good, but rebounded by Solomon. Comes back top, gets it back to the top of the key is the Fouls. Fouls will set it up, guarded by Johns. Gets it back on the outside, gets it to Hilbert. Hilbert down low. And misses the bunny and misses another one. Comes back the other direction to Rothenberger. Rothenberger backs it down, back to David Johns. Back on the outside to Brandon. Wolf back on the outside, gets it to Rothenberger, back to Wolf, back on the outside to David Johns. I think if David would have been a step closer, he would have taken that. Joxel shot up, no good, and comes back in the hands of Fouls. It will come back the other direction.
Timeout.
And Solomon's going to take a 30-second timeout. So Solomon will take a 30-second timeout at the 5:40 mark in the second. Solomon with the 5-point lead, 16 to 11. We'll be back after this word. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA, and 99 KG Country, is a proud sponsor of tonight's hometown coverage of Lions sports. Listen to the Lions sports on SalinaPost.com.
Welcome back.
Solomon will have the ball here as they will set it up here. 5:40 left to go in the second quarter. Solomon up 16 to 11. Fouls inbounds the ball. And they will get it down to Meager. Meager will drive in. He drags all the way in. No good. And gets his own rebound. Gets it up. No good. Rebounded by Gavin Rothenberger. Rothenberger gets out to Joxel. Joxel will bring it down. Back out to David Johns. Johns down to Joxel. Into Rothenberger. Shot up, no good, but he gets his own rebound. There's going to be, oh! Wow. I thought he was well over the back, but they call a jump ball. That's okay. It stays in Minneapolis. Rothenberger had great position on that, Dale. They call the jump ball. Rothenberger still with a nice, and still, man, that boy can jump. Gavin Rothenberger with some great hops right there. Misses the shot, but he will go to the line to shoot 2. So, foul is on number 11, Nielsen.
15 foul on the Gorillas. Still 16-11 in their favor.
Shot is up and good by
We
Rothenberger.
got one.
Got the shooter's roll right there. 16-12. Second shot coming. Shot is up and it's no good. Rebounded by Solomon. Solomon will come back the other direction here. Brandon Wolf on the defensive side on Hilbert. Good hands by David Johns right there. Hilbert, Brandon Wolf did a great defense and moving with him. And Johns gets a hand in it to force out of bounds. It'll stay with Solomon. Get it back into the hands of Fowles. Fowles with the ball. Minneapolis switches back to a zone. Back on the outside. Hilbert back to Fowles. And a kick, and it'll stay with stay with Solomon. 4:45 left to go here in the second quarter. 16-12, Solomon with the lead. Solomon, how'd they do against Sacred Heart?
They lost by 9 at home.
Shot is up and good. Easy bucket by Nielsen.
Well, we know Sacred Heart's got a good team.
Yeah.
Timeout, Minneapolis. Solomon leading 18-12. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
Ottawa County Bank of Minneapolis offers hometown banking with commitment, experience, and quality service. Proud sponsors of area school activities.
See American Family Insurance agent Scott Osterman for all of your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Osterman Agency in Minneapolis, proudly supporting the Lions. The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
Welcome back. 18-12, Solomon with the lead. Macy with the ball for the Lions. Macy will drive the left-hand side, gets it back to David Johns. Johns back on the outside, back to Yoxel. Yoxel cuts it in, back to Mortimer, back to Johns, back to Macy. Macy kicks it back on the outside, swing pass, nice wide open look by David Johns, up and good. Nice shot. Been waiting for that all night, and he hits it right there. David Johns has a really nice touch and does hit a nice one from the outside.
18-11, Solomon. Or 15, 18-15 now.
Get it down low, swing pass for the Gorillas. Into the hands of Meager. Meager gets it back to top to Keita Webb. Webb on the outside, gets it back to the outside over to Hilbert. Hilbert swing pass back over to Meager. Solomon just works the ball in Minneapolis in a 2-3 zone. 18-15, Lions trail by 3. Swing pass back to the top, 2 fouls. It sounds like it must be in this thing, Dale. Back over to, because when you move that thing, it moves. Hilbert with the ball, back over to Fowles. Fowles picks up the dribble, back over to Hilbert. Hilbert gets it back over to Meager as they just work a little clock. 3:20 left to go here in the first half. Lions trail by 3. Solomon continuing to work the ball a little bit. They get it back to Fowles. Shot in the paint, up and no good. Rebounded by David Johns. Comes back the other direction. Johns back over to Macy. Macy an open 3. It's up and it's no good. Rebounded by, but picked up, stolen away by Yoxel. Back to Macy. Macy down to Kelly. Nice shot in the paint. Gets it the ball. Nice job by John Kelly. Great body control right there. We're within 1, 18-17. 2:42 left to go here in the first half. Nice pass down low, and it should be a jump ball. No call. Oh.
Wow. Kelly called with a foul.
That'll be his second personal foul. Also checking in for the is Kate Fish for the Gorillas. He's seeing his first action for the Gorillas. Shot is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by, I know there's going to be a foul on Solomon, number 15, I believe. And that is on Webb. His first personal foul, team 6. So 8 fouls to 6, Minneapolis winning that battle. We trail by 1, 18 to 17. 2:27, swing pass back out to Brandon Wolf, back on the outside to Macy. Macy in the paint. Gets it over to Yoxel. Shot is up and good. Nice little touch by Eric Yoxel, and he gets the bucket to fall. 19-18 Lions retake the lead.
Just our third lead of the night. Goodness.
Ball in the hands of Fowles. Fowles puts up his dribble, gets it back to Fish. Fish guarded by Brandon Wolf. Nice job by Brandon Wolf to move his feet. Gets it back on the outside. And he'll pick up his dribble. Gets it back on the outside. Oh, there's a hop there, no call. And he picks up his dribble out there. Nice hustle right there by Minneapolis on the defensive side. And there's going to be a foul right there on Mortimer, and that will be Gage's first personal. But that's going to send them to the line for a 1-on-1 as Kane Fowles goes to the line to shoot a 1-on-1. I just think it's in this.
There's no audio coming out. This is just video.
I don't know. It seems like when that moves, it's what triggers it. So shot is up and no good, and misses it. But they get their own rebound. Rebound by Yoxel. And there's a foul right there by number 11, Nielsen, his second personal. And Yoxel will come the other direction to shoot from the free throw line.
I agree with your supposition.
I
don't see how it's happening.
So Yoxel will go to the line to shoot a 1-on-1. Shot is up and good by Eric Yoxel. 20-18, I think that's our biggest lead, Dale.
It is. We have 9 fouls, they have 7, so we're now in the 1-on-1. 1:27 remaining in the half.
Second shot is up and he makes them both. Nice job by Eric Yoxel. Minneapolis picks up the press. And back to the direction. Brandon Wolf. Great speed by Brandon right there. Oh.
Yoxel with the blocking foul. We'll put them in the line for a double bonus.
Oh, man.
We're at 21-18 with 1:15 to go in the half.
And that puts Webb at the line to shoot 2. And he misses that one. Second shot coming. Second shot is up and it's good. He makes 1 of 2. Brandon Wolf comes down. Set this one up. It's back to Macy. Macy at the top. Back over to Brandon Wolf. Swing pass back over to Kelly. Ooh, nice job by John Kelly to save that. Back over to Yoxel. Yoxel back over to Macy. Macy back to Brandon Wolf. Wolf drives to the right-hand side. Gets it down low to Kelly, and it's going to be stolen.
The bounce pass inside got swallowed up by 2 defenders.
21-19, 50 seconds left to go here in the half. Wow, they are.
Put him at the line for 2.
Ticky-tack. Brandon Wolf is going to pick up his first personal foul. But at the line will go Kane Fowles, as he is 1 for 3 tonight from the line. Shot is up and gets it to fall. 21-20, Lions with a 1-point lead, 39 seconds left. Second shot is up, no good, and
Sullivan's called with the foul, I believe.
I know. I think they called on Kelly.
Oh, my.
Wow.
His third with 37.5 seconds left here in the first half.
Wow.
Not good.
I'm not sure how that was on Kelly. Free throw is up and no good by Meager. Second shot is up, and he makes that one. So 1 and 2, but we got a tie ball game at 21 with 35 seconds left. Macy with the ball on the outside to bring this to set it up. Back to Brandon Wolf. Brandon Wolf back to Macy. Macy looks over to Yoxel. Yoxel looks down low. Moves the ball around to set this one up. So back on the outside. Wolf. Back out to Macy. 14 seconds left. Back out on the outside. Oh! 5 seconds. And how is that not a foul? No call as Gavin Rothenberger misses the shot down low. But that leaves it tied up at 21 here as we go into halftime. So Minneapolis does outscore them in the second half by a score of 12-6. And we tied up to go into halftime. So 21-21 at the half. We'll be back after this word. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20, your voice of Minneapolis Lions. We'll be back after this word.
Welcome back to the gym as we get ready for second half action. Tied at 21. Played 16 minutes of basketball and didn't get anywhere.
Yeah, tied at 21 as we basically start the second half. I did tell you they did do a nice job of transitioning in the second half. They did a much better job of they got back into this thing. I was talking to Jim Kelly over there, and Jim said, they're still learning this. This is a new offense and new defense. I questioned Jim about their defense. It kind of goes from a man zone, and that's what Scott City does. So they're trying to transition some different things to kind of get to know a few things a little bit different. And, it's definitely something that these boys are going to continue to get better and catch on to.
We had a nice comeback in the second quarter. We were down 15-9 at the end of one, but outscored them 12-6 in the second quarter for the 21-all tie. We had only had 3 leads in the entire half. We got up to a 3-point lead just in the closing minute and 20 seconds or so, but Solomon came back to tie it, and we couldn't get the final basket in. Scoring-wise
for the Solomon Gorillas, Zach Nielsen with 4, Kane Fowles with 4, Nathan Webb with 3. Let's see here, I'm not pronouncing that right. Cord Hilbert with 5, and Andrew Meager with 5. They had 3 turnovers. Meager with 1 foul, Webb with 1 foul, Fowles with 1 foul, 2 by Nielsen and 2 by Hammond. They went to free throw line 10 times. They were 6 for 10 for 60%. Minneapolis on the other side, scoring-wise for the Lions, David Johns had 3 with a three-pointer. Gavin Rothenberger with 3, Gage Mortimer with 2, 4 by Eric Yoxel and 4 by John Kelly. Josh Macy with 5. They had 3 turnovers as well. They were 4 for 8 from the free throw line for 50%. And Macy has 2 fouls. Kelly has 3. Mortimer 1. Yoxel 1. Nichols 3. And Brandon Wolf 1. So for the Minneapolis.
So Kelly's in a little bit of foul trouble. Got that last one with 37 seconds to go in the second quarter, which is one thing we didn't need. Do have McKinney that could come in as the backup.
Yeah, and I think you'll see Jace at some point. I don't think so. So Minneapolis keeps their Yoxel starts in the second half.
Kelly sits to start the second half with that 3rd foul. Oh.
Solomon will have the ball to start the second half as we get underway. Ball will get into the hands of Fowles. Fowles will set it up for Minneapolis, picked up by Macy. Fowles gets back on the outside. They swing it backward to Fowles. Fowles looks down low, back to Hammond. Three-point shot up, no good, and rebounded by Mortimer. Mortimer gets it back out to Macy. Macy down low, and it's stolen away. Oh, they're out, both out of bounds. Nice job, as we both turn the ball over right there, but we get it back. So ball into Macy. Macy back out to David Johns for three. Up and, oh, in and out. That rammed in and out. Comes back the other direction. Ball goes in the hands of Fowles. Back over to Meager. Meager back to the top to Hammond. Hammond gets it back on the outside. They look down low. Nothing. They pull it back out. Three-point shot is up, and it's good by Fowles as he hits a three right there.
They take the 24-21 lead.
David Johns on the outside. Back out to Yoxel. Yoxel. Swing pass back over to Rothenberger. Back to Macy. Back to Johns. Back to Mortimer into Rothenberger. Down to Macy. Back to Yoxel. So they pull it back out to set it up. 24-21, Minneapolis looking to score here. Macy shot up and good. Nice job by Josh Macy. Gets the little bucket right there. You get it back over on the outside. Up and good by number 24, Meager, as they break the. David Johns on the outside, back over to Yoxel. Oh. Almost got a steal right there. They go back to Rothenberger. Shot is up and good. Gavin Rothenberger with a nice little shot right there. As they break the press once again. Wow. We'll stay with Solomon after the foul on Rothenberger. Sorry about that. Rothenberger's first, Gavin's first foul. Ball in the hands of Fowles. Fowles swing pass back on the outside to Webb. Webb, oh, had a cutter. No, nothing.
Oh. We had a hand on the ball, and they bring the ball up, and so then we had an arm over an arm, and that's the call.
David Johns' first personal foul. Second team foul. Yep. Shot is up, no good. Well, we cannot get anything to come our way right now. 26-25, Solomon with the lead. And they miss the shot, get the rebound, and it goes out of bounds off of us. Inbounds goes to Solomon. There we go, nice steal by Macy. And how's that not a foul? Nice job by Josh Macy as goes coast to coast to retake the lead. But I'm not sure. He was being rode pretty hard down there. And they come back and they get the bucket the other direction. So Solomon calls a timeout to talk about this. Up by one, 28-27, 30-second timeout. We'll take a break with them. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20.
Experience shopping with a promise of neighborly service from people you know and trust. Jeans IGA, your hometown grocery store supporting your hometown Lions. For over 100 years, Robertson Monuments has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way, Robertson Monuments.
Welcome back to Minneapolis. Lions trail by one, 28-27, 5:17 left to go here in the third quarter, excuse me. Macy gets it across to David Johns, back over to Macy. Macy back over to Mortimer. Shot is up and short, and it comes back the other direction. Gets it across into the hands of, back on the outside, gets it over to Nielsen. Nielsen to set it up for Solomon, and stolen away, and stolen but given right back.
Couldn't gain control. Nice tip away.
Titus Vanieri comes in, as well as John Kelly. Ball comes back on the outside, gets it to Hallman. Hallman hops with it, no call, and that's, kept alive there by Meager. Meager will drive, and stolen away by Kelly. Nice job by John Kelly with the steal. Gets it back into the hands of Yoxel, back to Macy to set this one up. Vanieri on the outside, gets it back over to Titus. Will take the three. It's good, nice job, Titus Vanieri. I'd heard that he was a great three-point set shooter from Pike Valley, and he hits a big one right there from Minneapolis.
Then he loses a shoe.
So,
yeah, I'd heard that he could hit the three, so I'm glad to see him display it. That's what we needed. We now lead 30-28.
Nice shot on the outside. Minneapolis is going to pick up a press here. And nearly stolen away.
Blocking foul on Macy.
Macy will pick up his second personal. And that was really probably smart thinking by Fowles. Fowles just took it right at him. Knew that he couldn't get much to do on that one, so just took it right at him. Free throw is up and no good. Second one is up, and it is good. He makes one or two.
30-29, the score, Minneapolis favor.
Macy to bring it down and set it up. Gets it over to Vanieri. Titus gets it down low to Yoxel. Ooh, and he has it stolen away back the other direction. Thought he traveled with it anyway. Three-point shot up and good by Holloman, and the big boy can shoot the ball. Minneapolis is going to call a full timeout. So Lions call a full timeout. We're down by 2, 32-30, 3:31 left to go here in the third. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20.
Tonight's game brought to you. To find out when we can come to you. City Pharmacy for your family.
Eagle Communications.
Yes.
So welcome back to Minneapolis as the Lions trail by 2 at the half by a score of 32-30 as Minneapolis trails here at the half. 3:31 left to go. Excuse me, in the third quarter. I apologize. Minneapolis will have the ball to inbounds here. 32. It's still in that thing.
Yep.
So see if that's what it is here. We'll get it to Macy to set it up. Josh crosses the timeline. They try to trap him. Get it back out to Nichols. Nichols back to Macy. Macy back to Nichols. Nichols on the outside. Back over to Macy to set this one up. 3:10, 32-30. Back over. They swing it back over to Macy. Macy drives in. Shot up, no good. A nice job by Mortimer to force the tie-up. Great job by Gage Mortimer as he forces the tie-up. Mortimer to inbounds. Gets it into Kelly. Kelly backward to Rothenberger, back to Nichols. Nichols takes the shot. It's up and no good. And it'll be Solomon basketball. Nice long full court pass. They've done that to us twice, and Webb gets the easy bucket on a baseball pass going the other direction. They've done that to us a couple times on that
in
inbounds.
This quarter, yep. 34-30, Solomon.
Swing pass backward to Nichols, backward to Kelly, back into Mortimer, and there's a foul right there on number 15, Webb. Minneapolis basketball underneath their own bucket. That's their first team foul here, 34-30. Lions trail by 4. Mortimer,
we need those to fall.
Rothenberger can't get it, and that was a good acting job by Solomon right there. Back on the outside, gets it back in the hands of Fowles. Fowles looks for, they trap him. 3-point shot is off the mark and rebounded by Rothenberger. Gets it back out to Macy. Back the other direction, Macy gets it down low to Kelly. Nice job by John Kelly, gets the finish down there. Brings it to us within 2. Back the other direction. And nearly stolen away. Back on the outside. They swing it back around. And it's blocked by Kelly. Gets it up to Macy. Macy's got the other direction, up and good. Nice job by Josh Macy as they force the turnover and get a transition bucket right there. Tied up at 34. Back the other direction. They get it in the hands, top of the key. And they hand it off in the hands of Fowles. Fowles, nice defense by the Lions. They get it back on the outside to Webb. Webb guarded on the top by Kelly. They pick it up. And another steal by Kelly right there. And it will come back the other direction. And no. Wow. There, no.
Call the foul on the
Call
floor.
the foul on the floor. Wow.
Not too much ticky-tack calls going on there, was there?
No, there wasn't. I'll tell you, we had a lot in the start of the third quarter, and there's been nothing here as of late.
34 all.
Mortimer to inbounds, gets it into Rothenberger, and there he's fouled. Nice job as he will go to the line to shoot 2.
13 foul now on Solomon to tie it, even it up at 3-3. I didn't think that was going to go in.
Gets the first one to fall. Veneri is going to check in for Nichols, and David John's getting ready to come in for Macy. Rothenberger's second shot is up, and it is short, and that's going to be,
didn't touch the rim.
Didn't touch the rim, so Yox is going to come in for Gavin.
So we take the 1-point lead here, our third lead of the half.
This time they do not get the baseball pass.
John Kelly.
And Nielsen gets the bucket in the lane as fights hard to get that, 36-35. Three-point shot up and, can't get it to fall. And Heisman area was open, but just couldn't get it to fall.
Looked good.
Oh, man.
they get a putback
Wow.
on a missed shot. 38-35 after 3.
That was a tough one right there as Meager gets the easy little putback with nothing right there. So 38-35 at the end of the third quarter. We'll take a break. You're listening to SalinaPost.com. So it's Eagle Communication Channel 20. We'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Tonight's hometown coverage of Lions sports. Listen to the Lions sports on SalinaPost.com.
Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis offers hometown banking with commitment, experience, and quality service. Proud sponsors of area school activities.
See American Family Insurance agent Scott Osherman for all of your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, proudly supporting the Lions.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lion backers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
Welcome back to Lions Trail, 38-35 after 3 quarters, being outscored 17-14 in that third quarter.
Solomon will have the ball to start the quarter.
Just have a clock problem. Do a reset.
Yeah. And Solomon will get her started here. Solomon with the ball. And they get it down low into the hands of Hallman, and he gets an easy bucket down low. 40-35, Solomon up by 5. Macy back on the outside. Swing pass backward to David Johns for 3. It's tipped. Oh, nice job by Gage Mortimer as he saves it. Almost landed on my daughter. Almost landed on Mariah there. So ball will come back to stay with Minneapolis. Swing pass backward to Mortimer. Into Johns, down low to Mortimer. Rothenberger up and good. Nice job by Gavin. Quick little release right there as he gets the bucket to fall. 40-37. As we'll try to pick it up on the defensive side. Oh, nice steal by Kelly right there as he collapsed well on the defensive side. Comes back the other direction. Mortimer on the outside. Backward to David Johns. Rothenberger from the free throw line, no good. Comes back the other direction.
Front rims the ball there.
And this shot down low, rebounded by Rothenberger. Thank you very much. Macy splits the double team, and that foul will be on fouls, just his second personal, 4th team foul. Yoxel will check in as well as Brandon Wolf. Back on the outside goes to Mortimer. Back out to Macy, swing pass back over Brandon Wolf. Wolf picks up his dribble a little early there, but that's okay. Backs it back out to Yoxel. Yoxel dribbles out and gets it out back in the hands of Macy. Macy backward to Kelly. Back into Mortimer, and Brandon Wolf with a shot in the no good. And there's a foul. Good call right there. John Kelly had possession right there. And they call it on Nielsen, his 4th foul. And it will stay with Minneapolis. Gets it back into Brandon Wolf. 5:51 left to go in the ball game. 40-37. Backward to Macy. Backward to Mortimer. Macy drives. Gets it back over to Wolf. Backward to Yoxel. And they're collapsing. Doing a nice job of into Mortimer. In the lane, nice job, and Mortimer will go to the line to shoot 2. So that'll be a foul on number 15, and that is 3 on Webb.
Yep.
Second first shot is up and good by Mortimer. Nice shot by Mortimer to hit that. 40-38. Second shot is up, and he makes them both. Nice job by Gage, or George as he's otherwise known as.
George.
40-39. All in the hands of fouls as he's picked up by Macy. And there's going to be an over. Nice job. And another turnover right there. Minneapolis forces another turnover, and they have done a much better job of forcing the turnovers in the second half. Minneapolis trailing by 1, 40-39, 5-12. Get into Macy. 5:10 left to go in the ball game. Lions down by 1. Macy crossover, goes into the lane, gets it back out to Yoxel. Looks down at Kelly, back out to Mortimer, back out to Wolf. Yoxel in the paint, gets it back out to Mortimer. Back out to Kelly. Kelly to Macy. Macy in the paint, no good, and rebounded by Hammond.
40-39 still.
Oh, great steal by Josh Macy and the bucket. Great job by Macy. Just absolutely picked his pocket. Great job by the senior Josh Macy. And then they're going to call a foul the other direction on Yoxel as he gets a touch foul coming back the other direction. I'll tell you, that was absolutely beautiful. Beautiful steal right there. So.
Third personal, 4th team foul. Solomon has 6 fouls. So we'll be in the 1-1 with the next one.
Get it back to top into the hands of Hammond. Hammond back on the outside to Fouls. Fouls back to Hammond. And Solomon's going to call a timeout. Full timeout it is. So we will take one with them. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20. The Lions up by 1. We'll be right back. Minneapolis 41-40. Solomon with the ball and Lions with the lead. 4:17 left to go in the ball game. Get it into fouls. Fouls guarded by Macy. It's back on the outside to Webb. Webb back to Hammond. Hammond. And stolen away. Oh, it's nearly stolen away, but Solomon does a great job of coming up with it.
He's pushing off.
And we get the foul.
Number 11 is going to go to the line. 15 foul, but it was a shooting foul.
Fouls on Macy, his 4th personal. Shot is up and
got every bit of the rim in the backboard.
Roll in, ties it up at 41.
3:56 to go in regulation.
Second shot is up, and he misses that one. Rebounded by Yoxel. Back out to Brandon Wolf. Just under 4 minutes left to go in the ball game. Mortimer with the ball on the outside. Ooh. Brandon Wolf with the ball. Back out to Kelly, back out to Mortimer. Yep.
Yep. Palming the ball or something.
Yeah, I saw it. It was a good call, unfortunately.
41 all, 3:27 to go in regulation.
Solomon with the basketball as we get just our 3rd turnover, 6th of the ball game. Oh, nearly a walk walk right there.
He kept that 1 foot planted. The other one skidded.
Fouls with the ball, gets it back to Nielsen. Nielsen back to Fouls. Swing pass back over to Webb.
That's not. Jeez, Will.
Macy with the ball. It's back on the outside. Swing pass back over. How is that going to be a foul? It better not be on Mortimer.
Still the one they can call it on. 15th foul. No free throws. Third personal on Gage. Or George, whichever you prefer.
Yeah.
Another foul.
Another foul. He's going to go to the line and shoot two. We'll see who it's on. Brandon Wolf, it's called on.
Tied at 41, 2:28 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Meir will go to the line to shoot two, and he is 3 for 4 tonight.
Been tied for a few minutes here.
You know, I said I felt like Solomon was kind of wearing down a little bit, that they might wear down. But they're, you know, you're kind of seeing in some of their shots right here, but
concentration maybe.
Yep. And he makes that one. So I spoke too soon. So it makes 1 of 2, and they take the 1 point lead. Back out to Yoxel. Back to Macy. Back out to Kelly. Oh, man. I thought he was going to, the littlest guy out there, I thought he was going to get it to fall. And Brandon Wolf will go to the line to shoot two. His 4th on Webb.
It came close to bouncing in. There's just a surge that you can hear there.
I thought that was going to be money, in and out. Second shot is up, and he gets that one. Nice job as he makes 1 of 2 to tie it up. Minneapolis calls the timeout to talk about it. We'll take one with them. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20. We're tied up at 42, 2:04 left to go in a close one here in Minneapolis. We'll be right back.
Supporting the Lions all the way. Robertson Monuments.
Tonight's game brought to you by City Pharmacy in Minneapolis. Now delivering to our neighboring communities. Call us to find out when we can come to you. City Pharmacy for your family. Go.
Well, I think we have at least one more of the big guys with 4 fouls. We need to
we do.
Get that accomplished here in this remaining minutes. That'll help a little bit underneath. Solomon with the ball, 2:04 to go. Tied at 42.
Solomon inbounds it, gets it in the hands of Fouls. He'll bring it down to set it up. Lions on the floor is Macy, Mortimer, Kelly, Wolf, and Yoxel. Oh, good hands right there. It's will stay with Solomon, but they had a backdoor cutter right there. Minneapolis got a hand in the way. Watch outside, watch outside. Ah, darn it.
Left the three-point shooter open in the corner, and he killed it.
He killed it right there. I saw that one from a long ways away, and unfortunately we didn't.
45-42, 1:35 to go.
Yoxel on the outside. And Mortimer can't get the fall, comes away with it. Macy gets a rebound. Brandon Wolf on the outside. 45-42. And we're going to call a timeout. So
you could tell the things just were not going well for what our ball handlers were trying to initiate there. No one to pass it to. The defense of Solomon was doing its job. Coach takes the timeout to talk it over. So we get something set up here. The 1:16 remaining. Lions down by 5, 45-42.
The Lions. Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA, and 99 KG Country, is a proud sponsor of tonight's hometown coverage of Lions sports. Listen to the Lions sports on SalinaPost.com. Welcome
back. As Minneapolis will inbounds here. Down by 3, 45-42, minutes 16 left. We get into Macy, bring it down, set up. Nice pass and the bucket. Nice job by John Kelly, and he gets the bucket and is fouled. Nice job, and that foul is on Meager, and that's going to send Kelly to the line to try to tie it up here.
3 fouls on number 24.
Shot is off the mark and rebounded by, oh, you're kidding me. Oh, wow.
With a slap on the wrist, they say.
That's interesting. They get Gage Mortimer with the slap on the wrist, and his fourth.
18th foul, the 1-and-1 here for Solomon. They've not been dead-eye Dick on the free throws. Let's hope that continues.
Rothenberger checks in for David Johns. Or excuse me, for Brandon Wolf. Shot is up and gets it to fall. Big free throw right there for number 15 Webb as he hits the first one. Has another one coming to try to go up by by 2. 46, or to go by 3. 46-44 right now. And it's up and good.
3-point lead again, 47-44, 1 minute. No foul, yeah. There we got the foul on Solomon.
And that will be on fouls. And Kelly will go to the line to shoot a 1-on-1.
Third foul on number 13. Ninth team foul on the Gorillas. So a 1-on-1 situation with 54.5 seconds remaining.
Kelly at the line, shot is up, and it is, no good. And Solomon comes away with a big rebound right there. I thought we had it, and Solomon's going to call a full timeout. So 47-44, Solomon up by 3. And we're going to take a real quick break with them. 46 seconds left in the ball game. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication, Channel 20, your voice of Lions. We'll be right back.
County Bank in Minneapolis offers hometown banking with commitment, experience, and quality service. Proud sponsors of area school activities.
See American Family Insurance agent Scott Osherman for all of your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, proudly supporting the Lions.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
Welcome back to Minneapolis. Solomon with the lead and the ball. 46 seconds left. 47-44. Solomon with the lead and the ball. Solomon the inbounds to get it in the hands of Hallman. Hallman. Lane Nichols with the foul.
9th team foul. Double. 1-and-1 here. Macy comes in. Mortimer comes in. Yoxel and Nichols sit down.
First shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Mortimer, and he'll bring it down.
35 seconds.
Shot up by Kelly, no good. Rebounded by
Mortimer, big rebound.
Shot up.
Three-pointer, misses everything. Out of bounds to Solomon with 24.5 seconds.
We can't get a steal on the inbounds.
We'll have to foul.
Yep. And Yoxel gets whistled with the foul. And that will send,
gives them the double bonus.
Holloman to the line. He's yet to be there tonight. He will go now for a chance to put this one really away, 47-44. And he makes the first one.
Makes it a two-possession game.
Second shot is up, and it's good. Makes them both.
Lions down by 5, 49-44 with 24 seconds left. Timeout. Minneapolis, I assume. I didn't see it.
They called Solomon called a timeout, so they're out of timeouts. Minneapolis has one of both, according to what I've got. So, 49-44, 24 seconds left. Solomon with the lead. Minneapolis with the ball, as they will try to set something up with 24 ticks left.
Solomon has a very solid front row with just enough three-point shooters from the outside, including a big guy that did it.
Yeah.
To really give us problems tonight. And we didn't have a very good shooting touch tonight either so far.
No, we did not. We struggled a little bit there. So,
I mean, I think we fought as well as could be expected on the front line against the taller gorillas. But we had some flashes of brilliance on defense here and there.
Macy brings it down, and they get it out to Brandon Wolf. Three-point shot, no good.
Oh, now that. Woo. Some of these fouls have been questionable at the very least. That one is the epitome of it.
Brandon Wolf whistled with his third personal foul, and back the other direction will be number 23, Hilbert, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. And he makes the first one. Second one is up, and he makes them both. So Solomon has hit the free throws when they needed to. Macy brings it down. 3-point shot up and no good. Down by Solomon. Gets it back out. Macy, 3-point shot, no good. We just cannot get the fall tonight.
51-44, your final here in favor of the visiting Solomon Gorillas. As they even their record up 1-1. The Lions go to 0-1 tonight and their season opener. And they outscore us 13-9.
13-9 in the last stanza. So, tell you, they hit enough when they needed to, Dale, and unfortunately we could not hit from the outside.
We would get a lead and we couldn't hold it. I think we had a maximum lead of 3 points at one time.
Yep.
And they were able to storm right back and tie it and or take the lead every time that happened. And they were salted away at the end with the free throws like a good team should do.
Yep. So, well, let's take a quick break and I'll work up some stats and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the gym as we do our wrap up of the game here.
I'll tell you, Dale, really the Minneapolis comes up short tonight by a score of 51-44. Solomon did what they needed to down the stretch to really come away with the victory, as they really in the second half. I'll just give you a real quick stat here. In the second half, they were 82% from the free throw line, 9 for 11 from the free throw line. Which I was kind of shocked when I did the math on that. I thought they'd missed a few more than that, but they didn't. Into the ball game, 15 for 21 for 71%. Minneapolis, on the other hand, we were 50%, but 8 for 16. Just couldn't get it done when we needed to. Scoring wise for Solomon, Blake Hammond was 7, Zach Nielsen was 7, Nathan Webb was 7, Cord Hilbert was 7. 11 by Kane Fowles and 12 by Andrew Meager. The only other player that played was Cade Fish, and he didn't score. Jake Harmon sat on the bench. So they played 7 kids, 6 of them scored, and really scored pretty well.
Very balanced.
So Minneapolis on the flip side of that, the scoring wise for the Lions, Brandon Wolf with 1, David Johns with 3, Titus Veneri with 3, Gage Morton with 4, Eric Yoxel with 4, Gavin Rothenberger with 8, John Kelly with 8, and Josh Macy led the way with 13 for the Lions. And we did a much better job turnovers-wise. We forced them to have 8 turnovers in that second half. And Minneapolis, on the flip side, we had 4 turnovers in the second half. But Solomon, they just seemed to have a little bit stronger inside play.
No doubt about that.
They were stronger with some offensive rebounds. They are a little bigger than us, but overall they played a pretty good ball game. To our defense, I think we're going to get better, Dale. There's no doubt about that. This defense, I think, is going to create some confusion, and it's going to help us to force the turnovers. We're just going to have to continue to work on the offensive side and hit those, score those points when we need to.
This Solomon team that we saw tonight, at least down low, was as good as most of the teams we're going to face throughout the season, I think, in our schedule, with their numbers of guys that they can throw in there at 6'3" and their ability to get to the basket. Let's face it, the factor, not to poo-paw anything, but whenever you transition to a new coach, which we saw in football, things are going to be a little rough for a little while. And I'd say our biggest weakness tonight was not consistent defense, number 1, and number 2, our ability to hit the outside shot was not strong. I think we battled as well as could be expected underneath the boards.
Yeah, and we've got some, we go fairly deep, Dale, and I'll tell you, and they're pretty even with the kids you got out there, and I think the kids are gonna continue to fight and get better, but I think there's some transition they're gonna have to fight through. They're gonna have to figure some leaders to step up and take those leadership role and get those scoring done. I really think it's gonna happen. It's just it's going to take some time. So.
Yep. It wasn't a horrible defeat, but we do go to 0-1. We've got a very tough game coming up Thursday at Kansas Wesleyan in their gymnasium against the Halstead Dragons. There's never an easy team to play. And they'll be looking for some revenge in football. You can betcha. So come on out and support your Lions in every possible way you can. They need your support. Got a bunch of good fighting kids there. Good spirit, good attitude, and they will improve as this season goes along.
Absolutely. So didn't get a chance to interview Coach Hutchins, so we'll go ahead and shut it off with this. But Minneapolis does come up short tonight. Hard-fought battle. They battled back in the second and the third quarter. Just couldn't quite get it done. Solomon did what they needed to do to come away with a victory as Minneapolis starts out 0-1. Folks, Mike will be back with us for the both games on Thursday. I will not be with you folks on Thursday because I will be here watching the junior high play. Both my boys are in junior high, and they take precedence.
That's right.
So,
no doubt about that.
For myself, Scott Osherman.
And Dale Leach, good night, and thanks for having us in your home as always.
God bless.